In this video, we're going to go over how to serve your spouse with a divorce. It looks like I'm in a prison right now because right now I'm actually in the courthouse. I've got a little time between cases, and I figured I would go ahead and fill you guys in on this important piece of how to serve your spouse with papers. So you're looking to file divorce, you're ready to file divorce, but you don't know where to start. So the first thing you got to do is you've got to draw up your petition or a complaint for divorce. And in this form, there's what I would call jurisdictional things that have to be in there, such as you're over the age of 19, that you've been a resident of the state of Alabama the last 6 months. You got to name who the other spouse is. You've got to put dates of birth, last four of social, things like that. So you've got to have the complaint actually drawn up. And then there's two different ways that you can actually file the complaint. One way you can, first of all, so if you're confused on how to get that done, you can't get a divorce unless you've got that drawn up. There's no way to get a divorce without actually filing the complaint for divorce. So if you're wanting to get a divorce, this has to be done. So anyway, next, the question is, how do you get them actually served? Okay, there's two ways. One is a lot of pro se, or if you're doing it without a lawyer, you actually paper file it. So you'll have a filing fee on a check or a money order. I guess we use checks because they'll take our personal checks as a lawyer, but I think you probably need a money order, a bank check, or even cash or a card to pay the filing fee. So you'll have to have that. And then you'll also have your complaint for divorce. And then you've got to have what's called a summons. The summons, you'll have two summons. One for the sheriff deputy or a process server to serve them, and one for them to keep, okay? So there's a few different ways that they can serve your spouse, okay? They can serve them by certified mail. They can serve them by sheriff. Here in Etowah County, we can actually serve them by constable, which is just a fancy word for a guy who's elected to serve people, okay? And then the other way is by private process server. And in another video at some point, I'll go over why you would choose each one. But those are your 4 options for how to serve. The other way is if you have a lawyer, the lawyer will fill out the complaint for divorce, and then they will e-file it. And they'll have their own credit card or billing system where the clerk's office bills them and they bill you for the fee to get that done. And then when we are actually e-filing it, it gives us those 4 options as to whether we want to do the certified mail, which you've got to pay for, sheriff or constable, which is free, or process server, which you've got to pay for too, which is generally anywhere from $40 to $70 if it's in county, and if it's out of county, it costs you more money. So that's how you serve your spouse. But more than anything, the first step is figuring out that that's what you want to do, that you want to get a divorce. And so you need to contact a lawyer and know what your rights are before you file for that divorce, so you can actually be a little bit more informed as to what to expect post-divorce.